Hey guys, what's going on? It's been Over Game Vids back here. Today I'm playing Malzahar in the bot lane with Miss Fortune. Malzahar is a AP AP caster, not so much, and he excels at damage over time through his AoE and spreading abilities, including his ultimate, which is also an AoE, kind of like Morgana's Dark Binding. If you're familiar with Morgana, in the bottom lane I'll be versing a Master Yi Caitlyn bot lane, and top lane will be Miss Fortune Darius, and mid lane Rise. Our mid laner will be, I think, Miss Master Yi. So just to start off this game, Malzahar floats when he walks. That's really cool. I like that. Sorry about the noise. Oops. And this is my first game in Malzahar, just to take into consideration. I did eventually figure out how the character works. Now, stupidly, what I've done is I've actually pushed into the second brush, as we'll see here, and they managed to just land a flurry of attacks onto me, dealing tons of damage, actually taking me down below half health, which was really quite annoying. And then they land another attack, and I decided to put my own harass on, but then get hit by a Master Yi, who manages to hit, oh sorry, the Caitlyn hits me twice, bringing me down to an extremely low amount of health. So I recall. So we have a Soroka Akali top lane, which is a good combo, I guess. Soroka's a good support, and she does come in quite helpful, but she's not my favourite support. I'd rather better support such as Sonar or Shen. Characters that can deal damage as well as support and put debuffs. Or crowd controllers in this game. Anyway, so I'm just walking back to lane, that's why I'm spectating other lanes, but Miss Fortune is getting a good harass on with her E. And the top lane is possibly the most interesting lane. So obviously I'm not having a very good start in this game, but would I upload it if I'm doing crap? Probably not. So their Darius manages to take down our Kali for first blood. Really not a great start to this game, but if you have seen my Canon gameplay, I didn't start too well either, but my games do turn around. The games that I'll be uploading for anyone who wants to know will be games where either I play really well, or someone on my team plays extremely well. If I witness pentakills and stuff, I will ask the people if I can upload their gameplay, and if they allow me to, then I will also be showing you pentakills and other insane clips, such as Great Escapes. But anyway, most of my gameplays will be winning gameplays. I might upload a couple of losing ones, but that'll just depend on if I play well, or if the team plays well, or if it's just an extremely good game, we just get unlucky. That is what will decide if the game gets uploaded or not. So now I'm starting to get some harass on Master Yi. I got an early Dawn's Ring, if you didn't see that. And my first ability I got was my E, and then I get my Q, and then my W. And then I max my W first, then max my W first. I should probably focus on my lane a bit. Max my W first, and then straight from my W into my E, and then my Q last, getting points in my ultimate whenever I can. So yeah, I'm sitting back in lane a bit because I am quite low, and that Caitlyn's been getting great harass on me, which has been a pain in the arse. And at the start of this game I thought I was going to have a really bad game, but as you can see, I might spoil in the title, but I do end up going positive, and that's just to show the power of Malzahar. Also, his farm is really quite good, as you can see. He's spreads, and I managed to land my silence there, which probably would have stopped her from killing me. And yeah, we're having a really bad time in the laning phase. That is your W right there. It's kind of like this character kind of reminds me of Morgana a bit, with his ulti is kind of like Morgana ulti, just more powerful. It does damage over time instead of damage at the end, and his W is the same as Morgana's AoE burn. Aside from that though, he's quite different. And his Voidlings make him awesome, which are those little pets that you can see on the map. As you can see there, I'll just highlight one with a cursor, that's them there. And the longer they're alive, the better they get. Now, I get extremely low again, and end up having to recall twice without only getting 18 farm, which is, it's not great. I would like to get more farm and maintain lane presence. But sadly I cannot maintain lane presence throughout this game. Now the Master Yi comes around trying to kill me, but we managed to land some good hits on Master Yi, and I feel like I can get a kill here. But in the end I decide that I will back. I think I die here again because of the Caitlyn G ends up killing me, so I probably could have flashed over to Baron, but there's a death. Early death. That's because I didn't recall I chased Master Yi, so that's completely my fault, no one else's. And I don't like to blame things on my teammate. I don't say KS, and I don't say what the hell are you doing? Because really, you'll just annoy them even more, and they'll just start playing worse and worse. And Master Yi is doing alright in mid lane, taking the tower. He's also got quite a lot of farm, and the top lane is having a really hard time as well. So both of our lanes are doing quite badly. Soraka can get killed with a simple basic attack pretty much. That's how low she is on health. And next to Vicky, and they both managed to get away by the skin of their teeth. They're told to recall, and so yeah, we're currently down in farm and kills. And yeah. Yep. Now your E jumps from minion to minion, and that's why I can get all that farm really easily just with. I did get a ward, I'm pretty sure, and my ward wears off just as that trap's just before I can set the trap. And Miss Fortune luckily gets a ward, and then we can see the traps in the brush, which is good. Yeah, definitely. So top lane having a bad time as usual. I'm pro. Soraka manages to get away just because of how close she is to a turret, but she's leveling up her heal and healing 200 HP, which is quite nice. Soraka's very early lane is extremely hard, but later on in the game she doesn't become very useful. She's more of a help during lane phase. Now that's my W there, doing good damage, and I think there we go. I managed to secure the kill with my E and a basic attack. So if we go back here, because I go back for my kills, because my kills are more important. Alright, so we'll go back to that. Yep. No, that's a bit far. Oh, lol. Oh wow, this is just 4 times exit. I love the LOL recorder. Makes recording videos so much easier and use a lot less PC space. Alright, so I was spectating top lane because of. So here we go. I think that should be normal speed. Yep. So they know I'm in this brush, and because I'm attacking, and I'm just putting down some ease. Now, Caitlyn just leveled up. I place my W underneath her, and stupidly she doesn't move. My Voidling is doing insanely good damage to her. My Voidling plus a basic attack and my E managed to transfer onto her, giving me the damage and the kill, which is really good. So really, as Malzahar, if your enemies decide that they're not going to move out of the way, then they will get killed. But if they move, they can pretty much avoid your Q and your W. As you can see, it takes down minions quite fast. Now, any more Malzahar gameplays, guys? Tell me what to call my Voidling, because I'm not sure. I just called him Voidling, but I want to give him a name, a pep name, like Tibbers, Ashy's Annie's Bear. So now this lane's kind of not so much turned around, but changed a bit. That was me using the clairvoyance because I ran out of mana, and I saw Miss Fortune. Actually, no, I didn't run out of mana, but I saw Miss Fortune was really low. I picked up a Tear of the Goddess just because it gives you a great amount of mana and pretty much lets you spam spells out. So there's a W into my ulti, which holds them still. So if we go back and we'll slow that down just so you can see the power of the Malzahar ultimate if used correctly. So I'm not sure that. I think let's get back a bit far, but heh. Oh, maybe I just missed it. No, just get back a bit far. So here we go. So Master Yi comes into the brush, but I pop my W, dealing AoE damage to him, and then hitting my ulti, so he's just on the edge, stopping him from moving while Miss Fortune initiates her ulti. He can't move out of the way, and he's completely stunned. she's doing insane damage as well as me, and then he runs back into my W for the last hit and giving me the kill. So there we go, 2-1 Malzahar. So that early death is now being pretty much 100% negated, as I've managed to pick it up and continue on getting 2 kills for the soul death. Right, back into the laning game, and the other lanes seem to be doing the same thing there, using their pressure to just push their lanes a bit further. Master is having a pretty even time in the mid lane, and the rest of the lane seems to be doing fine. So even though it's not in the recommended or anything, it's not like I've never seen anyone build it with Malzahar. I would recommend building a Tear of the Goddess in the early lane. You can see, normally I'd be out of mana by now and I would have to recall to get mana potions, but you can avoid using mana potions just by getting a Tear of the Goddess, and every time you cast a spell it gives you extra mana. Now don't expect to build it into a Sephira's Embrace, because you won't be casting spells that often, but it does help you out with just having unlimited more mana. And there we go, there's another advantage. I'm not going to skip back to that because it wasn't a kill. And here I managed to lock him down using my E. He's dealing great damage to him, but sadly I do not manage to get... Misfortune manages to get the kill but die in the process, and I do get the assist because of my E. Back there I use my W, and Misfortune keeps staying in the way because obviously she underestimates the power of my W. I'm pretty sure here Soraka will get killed by the Ignite plus the Bleed plus the ulti plus everything. And there's a double kill. That's the cheapest double kill I've ever seen performed. So just Darius. I don't play Darius. So I find him boring. You pull, you spin, you attack, you cripple, you use your ulti, and everyone dies. So now, if we go back into the lane, Caitlyn is just sitting behind her minions, and I don't want to push up because I know about her, I think it's her Q, that just goes through everything and just kills you, but I'm invisible, so I'm just waiting for Misfortune to come back, and that's why I just procced an E move back, because when they die it spreads, but sadly I do not get it fast enough. I still managed to hit the silence on Master E, and that Q does quite like an insane amount of damage for the spam ability you have. Well, how much you can spam it. So there's another Misfortune ult, but the other problem with it is it's got the 0.5 second delay, and it only hits in like a straight line, so it's quite hard to hit people with. But if you do hit them, you will silence them and deal up to like a quarter of their health and damage. And here I'm just getting all this farm. Oh, lovely. And even if I'm not getting the farm, I'm still helping out get the farm, so that they know I'm in the brush. I pop. So Master Yi manages to jump out of the way, but I have put my E onto him, and that is just the great harass that Malzahar has. When I sit in this brush, watch out for your Void Link, because your Void Link follows you and it can give away your position. For example, they know I'm in this brush because my Void Link's out there, but he's getting me farmed, so it's cool. It's cool. So this game's turned around really quickly, even though they had the really early advantage. I'm not sure they didn't capitalize on it, or they just didn't know what the Malzahar... I got tower aggro, that's why I flashed. Or they didn't know what the Malzahar ulti could do, and that just turned it around, gave me the Tear of the Goddess, and just maybe say I still have enough mana to be able to cast a couple spells, and then probably recall for health and items. So I always get it as Malzahar, and I'm doing enough damage, as you can see. I'm doing quite good damage, getting all the farm thanks to the Malzahar, and I do survive there just with how much HP? How much HP did I survive with? I survived with about 15 HP because of the health regen. Misfortune pulling tower aggro, which is quite upsetting, really. Now the Darius is going to get focused here. He's got the silence. There's the Starfall, and she could dash it now, but she decides not to. The enemy now, Misfortune from their lane decides to move into Master Yi for the gank. Master Yi manages to get away, and here is a mistake that Misfortune makes. She goes, well, not makes, but Master Yi pulls out a really good gank, plus the exhaust, which just gets her not able to escape, but she manages to destroy the tower before targeting him, but sadly she will still die to Master Yi's insanely overpowered speed. Here we've got another duo fight up in mid lane, and Darius is trying for the gank, and he will not get it. The Ignite should kill him, but just to make sure she throws one of her attacks. I'm sorry, I don't have a Kali, I do not know which attack. And there's another silence into a dash, and There we go, turning all the lanes are turning around this, and that is what made this game a great one. Just the fact that we started off quite horribly, but managed to turn it around. And yes, Malzahar is quite bad in the early game, but still, the early death is not necessary. And Akali is quite good in the early game because she just has great burst and harass. Now, I was killed there. I am not sure how. I was kind of spectating somewhere else, but I think it was just a Caitlyn trap, and then into the couple of spells. I'm not going to go back and check just because I can't really be bothered. Also, it's not that interesting when I die. It's more interesting when I get a pentakill. I don't get one. Miss Fortune using her ulti just to scare Caitlyn out of the bush. Caitlyn on half HP, and Miss Fortune she's just holding the lane, not doing anything too fancy, as she doesn't want to die to the 2v1, but doing great harass, like surprisingly great harass. They're building an AP Master Yi, which is really good for us. I was actually unaware of this at the time, but which is really good for us because of the fact that Master Yi he can cast his spell, but then he can't really chase down, especially in the later game when he becomes less and less powerful. Another really cheap Darius double kill, just it's Darius, guys. And yeah, so I come back into the lane with Miss Fortune, who now goes for the initiation, but just flashes away to avoid death. And instead of targeting, I try to put a spell out there, but instead of targeting the champion, I just had to target the minions and just get that farm. Now we placed a ward in there, so I know that she's in there. Placing my E onto her, and see how much harass damage that does, and that's just damage over time, can't be avoided. It's just brilliant damage as Malzahar. At Ignite plus the Malzahar plus some other kind of burn, and she flashes recalls there. Not much we could do there. Soroka, a Yi going up to help top, and just leaving Rise to just farm away. Well though, and yeah, I did get really good farm this game. I normally am never this good at farming, but I got the needlessly large rod, by the way, and I get magic penetration just so I can cut through any armor they might have. Most people don't build armor at my level, so just that two little items, the Abyssal Scepter and the boots, just give you just enough armor penetration that they won't be able to stop, and you get 100% of your damage onto them. And the needlessly large rod is also really good for Malzahar because he's an AP caster. Of course it is. And there we go. There's the E target, and sadly he's just not close enough for it to jump to him. But I see Miss Fortune in the brush and decide not to gank. But I do put my... Oh no, sorry, I do. And I ulti him, stopping Master Yi from any kind of escape. Plus my E. So now, if we go back and watch this over, we'll watch it in slow-mo, because, you know, whenever I get a kill, it's got to be in slow-mo. And the only reason I'm doing this is just because of just the fact that Malzahar is a pretty terrible champion if you can't play him right. And I did say this is my first game, but I'm pretty sure that that's the perfect combo with Malzahar. The E, the W, and then the ulti just to completely trap them. And since I have Miss Fortune, who's just doing the same kind of damage as long as I don't move, it's just hectic. So we've already seen this, so I'll skip ahead. Here we go. So I start to run back, and instead of running back, I turn around and place. Now she hits me with an attack here, but I place my W and lock Yi down for the entire combo. Now Yi can't move and taking insane damage. So she manages to take the kill here. Now if we speed up, I put my E onto her, dealing magic damage over time, which just manages to pick me up the kill as she tries to escape. And then it's just jumping from minion to minion, giving me all the farm. There we go. So then we can... There we go. Now Akali and Soroka just getting good harass, but Darius, being cheap as he is, just doesn't get the ulti that time. Thank God, or who knows. And I'm just putting harasses on Rise. Like that E is a brilliant harass, kind of like a Ignite, but you can just use it over and over. And it's really annoying to the laners you're laning against, especially because it jumps near minions. It jumps off minions, so you can actually chain it off some low life minions to hit opponents out of your range. There we go. Akali finally gets a revenge on Master Yi. Now, Miss Fortune pulling way too much Tauren aggro, doesn't even realise it, giving Akali that double kill. Shouldn't have been a double kill there, but I'm not going to argue it. I put my harass, my full combo into Master Yi, even managing to land my Q, and then I kill him, get blue buff, thank you Master Yi. But here I think, nope, I managed to escape again from that ulti. with very low health and start to recall in the brush, but I know that she's coming, so I move brush, get caught by a trap, and I think I die here. Yep. So it was a good trap by Caitlyn, and that managed to kill me. Soraka getting the Abyssal Septum for the lower magic resist to nearby opponents, and that builds me. Now I've got my Rabadons, and I also have the most farm out of anyone in the game. My current goal is I'm at 5k gold, 5.7k gold. I'm just way ahead of everyone, just extremely fed. Just from the Malzahar E, which is probably the best farming, sorry, not the best, Master E's would probably be the best, but one of the best farming moves that there is. And yeah, also with the Miss Fortune in lane, it's just really nice when we both use our ultis plus my W. It's just the amount of damage that it can focus on a single target, and then the spread so no one can really get near them without taking too much damage, so no real protection, no real assistance, because if they go in, they'll get killed anyway. Now here I'm following Miss Fortune because we decide to gank around. I think here I am going to help up top lane. I think I go to help top lane up because with, top lane called for, if I said do you want to gank in top, and they will call for a gank. Akali managing to just secure the kill on Darius, and then I think Soraka will die there. I see Miss Fortune getting low, so I run around, and that will be our Master Yi taking Caitlyn with his movement speed. Good job. Now here, yeah, since there was 2 kills going on, it's directed camera focus the other's power here, but here what I do is I just pop my E from over the wall, and that just does the enough burn damage to KS to get the kill steal. Yeah, that was a kill steal, I'm not going to deny that. Then they alert me, and I actually go to, because Malzahar can be a jungler, but I don't think I steal any of their jungle there. You can play Malzahar in the jungle, as you can see by his abilities. He can burn our entire camp up, and then spread his E from minions to minions, targeting the smaller minions first, just killing them off, and then taking the bigger minions. So here I start moving back into lane. Also, his Q won't really miss when you're jungling because the creatures will stand still. So Malzahar would be a brilliant jungler, and his ganks are quite good with his ulti. Just lock down an opponent, just put your entire combo, lock down an opponent. But the only problem with it is that you cannot cast another spell when casting your ulti, because it's not because otherwise they'll cancel your ulti out. So you have to really put your W and your E down before you use your ultimate. So here again, that's the E onto Master E, and as you can see, that's insane harass damage. Now that also was introduced by the Miss Fortune attacks, which are quite good. And yeah, that. So here I'm in the brush. They know I'm there, so I'm just going to move back a little bit, prop back into the brush. I know they know I'm in the brush, but I'm still popping into the brush. And I'm going to focus on our fight. So Soraka's Wish just heals us all up. Akali just missing that kill, and that Dara surviving with 50 HP. The Miss Fortune ulti just getting the great harass on Master Yi, and Caitlyn just making them fall way behind their turret. And they know we're in that bush, but who really cares? Their Miss Fortune just being focused by our Akali, who I think she might get the dash onto him, no, but she gets the ignite, and that gets the kill. Now here, the enemy come in. I managed to lock one of the minions down, and then that travels to Master Yi, so it jumped to him, putting brilliant harass on him, making him low enough. I think he's going to have to recall. Yep, there we go. And that's just because he got too close to a minion that was near death, so that's the problem when laning against Malzahar, which isn't that common because he is quite a uncommon champion, and that's why I like playing him, because you don't really get on many Malzahars. Now you don't have to kill the minions, you don't have to be the one killing the minions can just die and then it will transfer. Here we go, lock the entire combo down, don't even need the assisters, and get the kill. Now Darius is stealing some jungle, and here comes Rise. Now I'm running away, managed to lock him down without its attack, but I do die, and I think Master Yi will pick up the double kill, which is quite upsetting. The 2-point exchange not very granted. And I pick up a Haunting, guys. They're building towards a Lindsay's Torrent. I think that's what it's called. Because if you think about it, the item burns their opponent. It's when you do magic damage to them. And if you're already doing magic, if you're already burning, like, oh, putting a damage over time, might as well double it up. Just put one ability on them, walk away, and half their health is gone when by the time you come back. Just brilliant harass from. Good harass from Soraka, who's just cancelling down the misfortune, just making sure she can't get anything off from the Master Yi. Since we have an AP Master Yi and they have an AD Master Yi, so I did read the Master Yi wrong at the start of this gameplay. They have an AD Master Yi, we have an AP Master Yi. So that's why he's getting blue buff, so he can get the cooldown reduction and just spam that Alpha Strike. Yes, I have played Master Yi. Master Yi here, I think he's going to land the Alpha Strike. There we go. That's insanely good damage, but he does get locked down. Oh, he gets away luckily before giving Rise the blue buff, which would have been a major disadvantage. Soraka coming in, and I'm coming in as well from the side. Just miss with the silence. Then I decide to lay chase and move into the jungle. Just pushing up even further. You can see when the game ends. It ends in about 10 minutes. And yeah, there's nothing really interesting going on down top lane. But here I managed to land my E, hoping that it will jump to Rise. But in the end it jumps to Caitlyn. I get my Q off as well, which does just great damage, locking her down for the kill. Probably could have done it without using my ultimate there, which probably would have given me the kill on Rise as well. But managed to get the harass on Rise. Put my passive on and die to the Master Yi. I just missed out on getting the kill there, and I don't think my Voidling's not going to be able to get the kill. And he's going to survive by the skin of his teeth at Rise. So really a 7, 5 and 2. Not a brilliant game, not a horrible one either, especially considering I had a massive kill steal on Akali, which was really quite unfair to her. Their Master Yi is going after the gank. We were unaware of this at the time because we suspected him. He was just sitting in the brush while he waits for the Soraka Misfortune combo to come up, healing himself all the way to full because he's Master Yi. Not sure why Misfortune used her ulti there. Probably was a massive waste of the ulti and probably could have saved it for a gank or a team fight. Nevertheless, her ulti does have quite a low cooldown. Oh, ish. So she's able to probably get it out by the time I get back up to lane. And no, I probably wouldn't reset because she's just used it. There you go, another 80 seconds. So doesn't have the shortest cooldown. And I always put my E onto minions just before we go into lane, just spread it across all the minions, giving me all that farm. But then I can't use it on the enemy. So then, running back up, Rise gets his full combo off. I managed to get the silence on Rise, which gets us the kill considering Rise can't use any abilities to take down Soraka. I'm just going to claim that I gave him that kill because of my silence, which made Rise have no means of escape. And passive just spreading from minion to minion to minion to minion, but to Misfortune. And the Misfortune gets harassed quite well. I just missed there. Even though I wasn't doing it too much in this game, I do it now. You should be guiding your shots with your W as Malzahar has its 0.5 second delay, and that way they can just channel through. Now that there, I just managed to get it on Caitlyn. And then it spreads to Misfortune. She's taking insane harass, and that was just a brilliant combo there, if I do say so myself. Miss Master Yi because I didn't guide my shot, but if I guided my shot I would have got it. Making Misfortune just run back to base and then recall as well as Rise. But Rise is teleporting out to the turret, but what Rise doesn't know is that if I had my ulti we could have set up a massive kill there. We end up taking the turret. It's tilted. Oh, sorry, my next sword just tilted. And we're just pushing it in the mid lane, starting to lay siege on them. The ulti goes off. Darius disconnects at this point, but really he was a major pain in the ass in the early game. I managed to get my harass off onto Rise. And there's my full combo onto Rise, just burning him down within seconds. And since he can't attack because my ulti's off, there we go, I come in for the kill there as well. So sadly the red buff kills me, but I pick up the double kill thanks to the ulti stopping Rise from attacking me, and then my E. But that was worth it. And here I'm just picking up even more ability power. There's the Lindsay's turret and the blasting wand. Master is starting to build a bit of armor. I'm not sure what he's building there. He might be building a Gaia. Oh, I don't think that builds into G. I'm not sure. well, we'll see what Master Yi builds in. So they are pushing just as well as we are. So this game is relatively close. 6k farm difference and 3 kills. So 6k gold difference and 3 turret difference, but they could still come back from this. I've had major comebacks from being pushed all the way into inhib only and come back. So they still could easily come back from this, and we can't really let down our guard yet. Soraka should be the initiator. She's squishy, but we decide that Master Yi is just a easy target as he's way alone. His Fourtune pushes in very bot, but he pushes back into the team fight before we can get to him. I'm sitting in the middle, just taking the farm up, and then I'm aware of Caitlyn and Master Yi, but me and Soraka push around to help out our Master Yi. We try to gank this Fourtune, but she does a very good play on us. Running into the bush. I don't think I get there in time. The Soraka heal. The Soraka's wish, just keeping her alive. There I go, I can place my E onto her and then hit her with my Q, just killing her, picking up another kill, and then I just don't think I saved Soraka in time there, but thanks to my basic attacks I pick up the double kill, and then I think I give up on this kill because it's just too risky and I know that Rise is there. Oh, massive glitches here. And I think someone comes in to gank me and I just lock them down. Here we go. So lock her down with my ulti. Just that burn, that focus, that just... Well, I'm not sure. I'm not going to call it a KS, but no, I reckon it was. What do you think? Yeah, and then just putting my harass on. It's just jumping from every single minion, and I just doesn't jump on the Rise. I just missed my silence there. God, which is quite an important move, and I decide to recall as I think I have 3k gold at this point, and I do want to spend it on items so I can be more powerful in the upcoming fights. Now I lose my farm a bit here, getting kills, because our Master Yi has more farm than me, but I have 10 more kills than him, and 4 more deaths. But the kills is all that matters, just like the minion. So when I pick up there, I pick up a Giant's Belt, because I am quite squishy at the moment, and I do not want to die, so I pick up the Giant's Belt. And I think since I have the blasting one in Giant's Belt, I'm building a Rouse Crystal Scepter, which will give me a slow and a burn, and the harass, which means that all my spells will just be yanking heaven. So my spells just jumping from minion to minion to minion, and I hit 2 of the minions with my passive there. I'm sorry, my Q there. Putting it back on, and I think Master Yi gets too close, it gets onto him, he starts taking damage. That's like a quarter of his health gone. Just with my E, so yeah, quite a powerful champion. Soraka puts a silence off, but a bit too late for her, she's already been hit. She's been the initiator, and I hope I have my ulti for this battle. Miss Fourtune once again wasting her ulti, but nevertheless, I think I don't have my ulti, or yes I do, it's on an extremely short cooldown. Malzahar's ultimate, which means if he's a jungler, you can use it at every single gank opportunity. Now Master Yi here, he gets like almost the entire enemy team on him here, and I think he manages to escape like a absolute pro. Just escapes the entire team, while the team fight's going down in mid, which we will cut back to because they do surrender just after this. So Miss Fourtune places her, just locking the enemy down so they can only move one way. I managed to get my E, focus on Caitlyn because she's the ADC, that's Master Yi, and then pick up Master Yi with my Q, as well as my W, just damaging everything. Then I put my passive off on, sorry, not my passive, my E off, and deal pretty much all the damage, and then Miss Fourtune manages to pick up the kill there. And I think the enemy decide that I'm just too fed and surrender just before or after we kill. Yes, they do it just before I kill Rise for the 15th kill of the game. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget in the comments below, tell me which champions I play. Sorry, should I play Kha'Zix, Malzahar jungle? Should I play Lee Sin, more cannon, more fiddlesticks, whoever you guys want. Just tell me which champions to play, and if I have them, I will play them, or I will try to unlock them through accumulating some points. Thank you once again, thank you all for watching. I hope this was helpful in some way if you've never played Malzahar before, or just want to learn of a Fed Malzahar can do. Goodbye.